Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome. So we've got a bit of appreciation video today for all the visual effects that go into these weapons and the heirlooms I've put in the beginning of the video that we never really get to truly appreciate in game. There's a few areas of the map that are dark, but we never get to truly see those glowing weapons, and there's over 50 different weapons that all have some amazing glowing effects. Some of them are small, some of them are not so great, like the lifeline heirloom you can't actually do a little visual for, it's a bit bugged at the moment, but we're going to be going over all of the different weapons. For instance, the spine chiller right here that have unsuspecting glowing effects that you never knew about, and it's a little bit of an appreciation for the artists and the developers, the work they put into it. We've got the HALLOWS Eve here, and a lot of these weapons will just have a specific animated section, and then some of them, like here the CYBERIAN with the hemlock, it just has a general paint job that glows itself. It's a few different themed, but yeah, these are all the glowing weapons I could find. This is by far one of my top 10, the Forgotten ODYSSEY. I didn't even know this glowed until I properly tested it out. I was like, hang on, this might glow. It was in the store during Fight or Fright, so I tested it out and it glows amazing. Then you've got the Rise of the PHEONIX Iron Crown. You'll see I've put where you can get these all from just below the name of the weapon. Moving on with the Abyss, this is from the Season 3 Battle Pass. You can still get this at the moment, and this is very bright to the point you can't see all the icy texture on the actual gun. The Honored Prey Legendary Hunt, this was ages ago and you don't really see it, but the actual eyes and gun pulsate this green glowing colour. It's not always clear when you're in a map that's always lit up, and that's why I wanted to make this. It's, as I said, a bit of appreciation video. And then with the Iron Rampage, this is two of the level 100 weapons from Season 2's Battle Pass. This is the second one, the golden version, the Rampage, and this is the bluer one. I actually really love that acry Tron-like colour. The Ghostly Graveyard, this again from the Fight or Fright. You'll notice a lot of them are from the Fight or Fright or Iron Crown collection. Those two events got a lot of love with the glowing weapons. The Havoc though only got two. The Living Dead from the Fight or Fright only has the Frankenstein eyes that light up. That's probably the least one in the entire video. This is the second Havoc, yep, the Rune BREAKER. Again, as I mentioned, from the Iron Crown, you see that lightning blue effect on the chamber. And then the LED res with the alternator. The alternator got a lot of love. I think they got 5 different glowing guns. And you've got a different couple versions like this that glow that acry blue colour. And then you've got the Galvanizer that glows that orange. That is just it. Those bright orange fluorescent type colors, I love them on weapons. We need more of them. It's all futuristic. This is actually one of my favorite because of the whole pirate themed, and they're actually pirates in the background there, like they're flowing through a river. Here you've got the Haymaker from the Fight or Fright. You see those scarecrow eyes and then a little line along the chamber. Moving on with the Molten Forge. This is from Season 2, but this looks like it might have actually been hinting towards Season 3 Fire and Ice. You've got that proper lava-like Molten Forge there. Then the Paradigm Shift. The R99 only got one glowing skin. Probably one of the least loved weapons for glowing skins. But then the Bullet Contagion. You can't actually do a visual with this without putting the weapon off screen. And the only one on this is a little glowing bullet you see there on the side. But as we move on with the Thrill of the Hunt, you'll see we've got these glowing effects on the actual chamber that just move across. If I try and do the visual where it shows you the weapon, it actually takes that glowing effect off screen. So I've just had to do it like this as I'm walking forward, zoom in a little bit to clean it up. Now the Devotion has only got one, and it's just that tiny 8-ball figure there on the end of the gun, which basically says ask later. And then Ghoulish Garden for the Spitfire. The LMGs, there's only 2 glowing weapons for all LMGs, and one on the Spitfire, one on the Devotion. One of my favourite is just a rare, and this is the Wolfpack from the Legendary Hunt. Just look at how that whole weapon glows. And then paint the planet. This is the G7 Scout. There's two versions of this same animated weapon. This is both from Armed and Dangerous. It has those red roses on the side, and then outside the lines was the one you'd get after that, and this has the orange roses. They're both just kind of the same with a different texture. Now the Reckoner from Seasons 3 Battle Pass. This is beautiful. That glows with the, you've got the ice and the flames there. It's ember and ice, it's just beautiful. But then moving on with the pumpkin launcher, the longbow only got 2. This is from the Fight or Fright, and you see those birds just on that little animated section of the gun. The Invader, this is one of the normal ones you can just get out of the Apex packs or trade in for crafting metals, and it has that glowing like blue and neon effect, almost like neon lights underneath Fast and Furious cars. And then the Body Snatcher, the green version, it looks like there's nothing, and then you flip it up and you see that green version just like the blue. The Tamed Beast though from the Legendary Hunt, this again is an amazing glowing effect. I've zoomed in on the actual front section that you hold, because just look at that, it's like lightning ember going through the chambers of the pipes there. Now the Rough Seas, this is again pretty average to be honest. From the Iron Crowns you've got the Rough Seas, and you can see like a lightning storm effect in that little animated section of the triple take. Then the Pioneer for the Kraber, it only has one glowing, and it's still kind of a little low glow. It's just a few rings, a bit of red rings on the front by the chamber. And then Take by Storm for the Eva 8. The Eva 8 has this little animated square like rectangle section on the side, which has a few different versions. The other one is a Moonlight Bash. This was from the Fight or Fright collection, and I love how the whole weapon seems to just disappear and you see this little glowing section in the dark, because it's just that little animated like TV screen part. And then you've got amazing entire gun glowing ones like the Superstar. The Peacekeeper has got the most love out of all of the weapons. The Northern Lights, the second version of the Superstar. This again, if you prefer the green version, just look at that, it's like a night sky. And then move, oh, the POW 9000, I didn't even know this glowed. But look at this, it's such a simple, but look at it, a little glowing smiley face. Who couldn't resist that? The Noble Cause from the Iron Crown, this is another one in my top 5 for glowing weapons. Just look at this, look at how amazing that looks. It looks so clean and crisp, like pirate and old school themed. We need more things like that. That's from the old Iron Crown collection. We need more stuff like this. As always, let me know in the comments which glowing weapons have been your favourite. We've got the Season 3 level 100 Peacekeepers, the Frostbite and the Bloodstone. You can actually see when you charge up that precision choke a massive glowing effect that's pretty much like a torch. Like when you go up to any surfaces, walls, the floor, it lights up the entire area like you're holding a torch. And then you've got the Bloodstone. This has a few more like colour variants to it. So you've got like a blue at the end, reddish purple at the front near where you're holding. And this again lights up the entire area like a torch, but instead you've got that massive red glowing effect. It's things like this that we don't truly get to appreciate. Now the Warp Zone, the Mastiff kind of only has 2, and it's just a tiny little screen that have 2 different images, and they're old Easter egg game references. The Mozambique, the Red Alert, this is probably the main glowing Mozambique. I bought this especially just to finish off this video. The Lion's Roar, there's a lot of weapons like this that have some kind of animal figure with glowing eyes, and I've only shown this one because there's no point showing every weapon that just has eyes on it. Now the Scavenger Hunt, again, Iron Crown collection. This has feathers that just raise up on the animated TV section of the weapon. And now the RE45 Freezing Point. There's a few different color variants of this, but they all come up glowing blue when you actually go into the dark. The Crown Jewel, this was from the Iron Crown, and this glows lovely with that bright green. And then again, bright green, the green MAMBA. This is more of like a pulsating effect though. You see it like not going through the pipes, but it just animates up and down. The Pipe Viper is very similar, but this is even more. The whole weapon glows as well, not just the green chambers. And then the shadow web for the Fight or Fright collection. This looks like the web would glow, but it's just the animated TV section with the red web that glows, bit of a tongue twister. And then the wingman, the dead heat, these look really cool in the glow in dark effect. The thermal rise as well, these were really popular in the beginning until people realized they were bad for aiming. And then dragon's claw from the iron crown, there's a gold glowing effect you never really notice. And the red rocket that was recently out in the store also has glowing pipes. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, smash like, especially if you learnt something new. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.